Yes. For today's satsang, we'll choose Saint Germain to guide and support us throughout this satsang. All right.
Definitely.
Okay. So the text that I had said today was from this book. This is called Conscious Immortality. Talks with Raman Mercy by Paul Brunton and Mungala Venkata Ramaya. Okay, so I am going to read from this book now. Just a minute. Yeah, Krishna says he can hear us also. So, so I am going to read from this chapter, The Ultimate as Truth, the introductory part. Okay. The self is like a powerful hidden magnet within us. It draws us gradually to itself, though we imagine we are going to it of our own accord. We are near enough. When we are near enough, it puts an end to our other activities, makes us still, and then swallows up our own personal current, thus killing our personality. It overwhelms the intellect and overflows the whole being. Okay. Can you all hear me clearly? Okay. We think we are meditating upon it and developing towards it, whereas the truth is that we are as iron filings and it is the Atman magnet that is pulling us towards itself. Thus, the process of finding self is a form of divine magnetism. It is necessary to practice meditation frequently and regularly until the condition induced becomes habitual and permanent throughout the day. Therefore, meditate. You lost sight of the bliss because your meditative attitude had not become natural and because of the recurrence of vasanas or the hidden tendencies. When you become habitually reflective, the enjoyment of spiritual beatitude becomes a matter of natural experience. It is not by a single realization that I am not the body, but the Atma, that the goal is reached. Do we become high in position by once seeking the king? One must constantly enter into samadhi and realize oneself and completely blot out the old vasanas and the mind before it becomes the self. I will repeat the sentence again. One must constantly enter into samadhi and realize oneself and completely blot out the old vasanas and the mind before it becomes the self. If you keep to the thought of the self and be intently watching for it, then even that one thought which is used as a focus in concentration will disappear and you will be the true self. Meditation on self is our natural state. Only because we find it hard do we imagine it to be an arbitrary and extraordinary state. We are all unnatural. The mind resting in the self is its natural condition. But instead of that, our minds are resting in outward objects. After the expulsion of name and form, nama, rupa, which compose the external world, and by dwelling on existence, knowledge, bliss, Sat Chit Ananda, take care to prevent the re-entry into the mind of the expelled name and form. Okay. Sakila, can you speak? I mean, is your microphone muted? Can you unmute your microphone? I think your microphone is muted. Okay, now I can hear you.
So what is it saying really right now? Is that what you want us to give understanding?
Yeah, yeah. So what was your understanding from this?
My understanding from this is the God that is the source of all creation is like a magnet. When we are ready to embrace that source, um, naturally we will be magnetized to the source. Instead of us going towards it, that source comes toward us and start
Yeah,
to embrace us, and everything that we do is aligned with that source. So it is a natural experience, it is not supernatural, it's just a natural unfolding of our essence.
yeah,
So whatever we do is so naturally done with perfection that we don't even realize it is us doing it. It is that source. We are just the instrument of that source. We become like the magic wand of God. So outside world will see us as a powerful being, but for ourselves, it's really natural.
yeah, yeah. It is like the process of waking up is like when we wake up from our sleep. We don't try to wake up. When we wake up, we wake up. I mean, we don't know how you wake up. I think it is a very similar comparison. So when we awaken to God, similarly, we cannot try to awaken to God. When we will awaken, we will awaken. The process is to surrender to God and let go of our vasanas, the hidden tendencies that we have that moves us away from what is natural to us through meditation and other practices that works for us. And then we wake up at some point when we are ready to wake up. Makes sense?
Makes sense, because I feel that we have to look at each other as a beacon of light. That's how I look at people. I do not see the outside of like the figure of that person. I focus on their heart, the light in their heart, and I feed it. I feed the light in their heart. Sometimes it's just a little dot, but if you keep feeding it, it would enlarge and become brighter and brighter and brighter. That is my experience because of the difficult relationship I have had. And now those difficult relationship is not difficult at all.
Mm-hmm.
These people
Okay.
have, it took years, like 30 years, but these people are like wonderful people, really wonderful people. They are now my best friends.
And they're still difficult, or now they are not difficult?
No, no, they are not. I have their respect, and I feel very good in their presence. The same people that I did not feel very good in their presence before, now I feel I have succeeded in feeding that part of them that was divine and full of light and love. I believe in that part of them, even though they
Okay.
did not believe it.
Mm-hmm. So you mean to say that they did not change at all? It is you, how you looked at them, that is what
Exactly.
your perception of them, that is what changed, and with
Yes.
that your experience also changed.
Yes. And
Yeah.
also, it was not really working on themselves. I was also working on myself because they are a reflection of me.
Yeah, it is working on ourselves. That is how it changes, right? Ultimately, we cannot change others until they decide to change themselves.
Exactly. So, what I understand from myself is I had a scattered part of myself all over the place, and I
Hmm.
needed to embrace them as part of myself. So, my puzzle become more complete.
Yes.
Forget the phone. I'm not going to answer it.
Okay. I wonder anyone else has anything to say. Ella, your microphone is muted. Okay, she says not really.
She can type.
Yes, we can, but she is with her baby, it seems, and maybe she is not able to do it. So there is a very interesting thing that is said here. He says, if you keep to the thought of the self, only, I mean, not meditation even, only if you keep to the thought of the self and be intently watching for it, then even that one thought which is used as a focus in concentration will disappear, and you will be the true self. So even the thought can go so far to help us to realize the self.
Exactly. Exactly. What I believe is I hear a lot of people saying the heart only, not the mind. The mind is like the egoic part of ourself. But there is also a higher mind.
Higher
It's like
mind. Okay.
there is a higher mind. The mind has a lower mind, which is the egoic part of wanting to accumulate things only for the self. But the higher mind is like the mind of the heart.
Yes.
When the mind and the heart has become one, then you get the higher mind. That's where the source mind, the intelligence of the universe, um, start to blossom in a person. We all want to have a positive thoughts all the time, but we have to realize reality is we don't have positive thoughts all the time. We have
Okay.
negative
Mm-hmm.
thoughts during the day. It does
Mm-hmm.
come, but the thing is, when we realize it, we are aware of it, we can, right away, we can transform it. We can embrace it and say, it's part of me. I love you. Now move along. That's my thought. That's what I do. Okay, thank you for sharing. Now move along.
And you stay with
And I
yourself.
stay with my positive thoughts again.
Okay.
That is my practice. That's what I do, and I've been doing it for a very, very long time. And it works. I don't
Yeah.
reject it, I don't resist, because I know when I resist, it will keep hindering me.
Yeah, what we resist, it persists, right?
It persists, yes.
Yeah.
Because also, sometimes you have to know which one is your thought and which one is someone else's thought. It could be my neighbor thinking negatively, and I'm getting it here because I'm connected.
Hmm.
And then you say, well, I was just praying and I was just having the best thought of my life, and well, how did this get in here? Then you have, I realize that, okay, it's someone else's thought because we are transmitters, we are electrical in our mind, so we are channeling other people's thought too.
Yeah, that is true. And also, even our thoughts are not our own thoughts, right? I mean, we do not create our, sometimes we create, but mostly our own thoughts are also not our own thoughts. They just come, and if we resist them, then they are there. And if we don't follow them, then they just go, they don't bother us. So, as you said, the practice is to stay with some positive thought or stay with the inner self and allow things to happen.
Exactly. I also, my belief is, as we keep like growing, our soul keep coming closer to the source, all of us are not at the same stage of our evolution. We
Mm.
need to understand other people too.
Yes.
We need to embrace other people evolution because everybody is going through their own stages.
Mm.
And we can tell people to meditate, but if they're not ready to do it, it's not, they don't feel the drive for it, they will not do it. We
Yeah.
have to let them experience their choices, learn their lessons, and most of the time people will embrace meditation when they are really, really at the bottom, like rock bottom. They have
Yes.
no way but to go up. That's when they will make an effort to change.
Yes. Agree.
And we have to let them fall. We have to let them keep rock bottom. It's hard to watch, but all we can do is be there to support.
Mm. Okay. Great. So Ella has typed something. I will read
Yes,
it.
I want to hear what you said.
Without the I, that things, phenomena, thoughts, sound, feelings, and so on and so forth appear bubble-like, floating and manifesting freely, spontaneously and boundlessly. With the absence of the doership also comes a deep sense of freedom and transparency. Ironical as it may sound, but it's true experientially. That above I desire to say, this is my experience on this. Yes, absolutely. And thanks for sharing. Okay.
Thank you, Ella.
Yeah, so we can conclude our satsang now. Anything anyone has to say? Um,
Just very pleased to be here and finally meet you all face to face.
yes, for me too.
Take care and enjoy life and live to the fullest. That's what all I can say. and smile and be happy. That's all.
Thank you. And I wish the same for you, all of you, that we
Thank you.
always enjoy our life and be happy in whatever way it comes. And God will always help us.
Yes. Thank you and
Yeah.
namaste. Namaste,
Namaste.
Allah.
And before we close the session, we just thank Saint Germain and the presence of all the ascended masters for helping us and guiding us and supporting us for our satsang today. Thanks from our bottom of our heart. Thank you so much. Love you.
Namaste.
Yeah, much love. Bye.
Bye bye.